Look around the world today. People are educated, connected, successful. But something feels missing. We see knowledge without wisdom, power without responsibility, freedom without morality. Islam addresses this problem at its root, not just by laws, not just by rituals, but by ethics. Islamic ethics is not theory. It is a way of living, a way of thinking, a way of becoming a better human being. In this series, we will explore what Islamic ethics really means, not in complicated language, not in abstract philosophy, but in a clear, practical, modern way. This is part 1, the foundation. What are Islamic ethics? Islamic ethics refers to the moral principles that guide a Muslim's behavior, intentions, and character. It answers questions like, how should I speak? How should I treat others? How should I deal with success and failure? How should I live in a world full of pressure, temptation, and injustice? Islam does not separate faith from behavior. In Islam, belief is incomplete without character. The Prophet Muhammad said, I was sent to perfect good character. This single statement tells us something powerful. The goal of Islam is not just rituals, it is transformation. Ethics in Islam are worship. One of the biggest misunderstandings is that worship only means prayer, fasting, or pilgrimage. In Islam, telling the truth is worship. Being fair is worship. Being patient is worship. Treating people kindly is worship. When ethics are done for Allah, ordinary actions become acts of worship. A smile becomes charity. Honesty becomes devotion. Patience becomes spiritual strength. This is why Islamic ethics are so central. The sources of Islamic ethics. Islamic ethics come from 3 main sources. The Quran. The Quran is not only a book of beliefs, it is a guide for behavior. It teaches justice, mercy, honesty, humility, responsibility. The Quran constantly connects faith with action. Belief without good deeds is meaningless. The Sunnah of the Prophet. The Prophet Muhammad was not only a messenger, he was a living example of ethics. Allah says in the Quran, indeed, you are of great moral character. The companions learned ethics by watching how the Prophet spoke, listened, forgave, and reacted under pressure. His life is the practical explanation of Islamic ethics. Human nature, fitra. Islam recognizes that humans are born with an inner moral compass. We naturally admire honesty. We naturally dislike injustice. We feel guilt when we wrong someone. Islam does not destroy this nature. It refines it. Why ethics come before rules? Islam focuses on building character before enforcing rules. Why? Because rules without ethics create hypocrisy. A person may pray, but lie in business. A person may fast, but harm others with words. Islam wants consistency. When ethics are strong, rules become easier to follow. Faith becomes sincere. Society becomes healthier. This is why the Prophet spent years building character before laws were revealed. Intention, the heart of Islamic ethics. In Islam, ethics begin with intention. The Prophet said, actions are judged by intentions. 2 people can do the same action. One is rewarded, the other is not. Why? Because intention matters. Being honest for praise is not the same as being honest for Allah. Helping others for fame is not the same as helping for sincerity. Islamic ethics focus on why you do something, not just what you do. This creates inner accountability. The backbone of ethics. Honesty is one of the most emphasized values in Islam. The Prophet was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy, even before prophethood. Honesty in Islam means truthful speech, honest business, sincere intentions, keeping promises. Lying is not just a sin. It destroys trust. It breaks relationships. It damages society. Islam teaches that honesty leads to righteousness, and righteousness leads to paradise. Ethics in daily life. Islamic ethics are not limited to the mosque. They apply everywhere. How you speak to your parents, how you treat strangers, how you behave when no one is watching. This is where real character shows. Islam teaches consistency. Being good only when people are watching is not ethics. True ethics appear in private moments. Respect and dignity of humans. Islam gives dignity to every human being. Race, wealth, status, background. The Quran says, "We have honored the children of Adam." This means no racism, no arrogance, no oppression. Islamic ethics demand respect for others, even when you disagree with them. Disagreement without respect is not Islamic. Justice, a core ethical value. Justice in Islam is not optional. Allah commands justice even if it goes against yourself, your family, or your interests. Justice means fair judgment, honest dealings, equal treatment. Islamic justice is not emotional. It is principled. You do not become unjust because you are angry. You do not become unfair because you love someone. Justice is a moral obligation. Mercy over harshness. One of the most beautiful aspects of Islamic ethics is mercy. The Prophet chose mercy whenever possible. He forgave enemies. He showed patience with ignorance. He cared for the weak. Islam teaches strength is not cruelty. Strength is self-control. True power is the ability to forgive. Ethics in speech. Islam pays special attention to speech. Words can heal. Words can destroy. Islam teaches, speak truthfully. Speak kindly. Speak when beneficial. Remain silent when speech causes harm. Backbiting, insults, mockery, and lies are serious moral failures in Islam. In the digital age, this is more relevant than ever. Ethics and self-control. Islam does not expect humans to be perfect, but it demands effort. Self-control is a major ethical value. Controlling anger. Controlling desires. Controlling ego. The Prophet said, "The strong person is not the one who defeats others, but the one who controls himself when angry." Now that we understand the foundation of Islamic ethics, let us bring these values into real life, because ethics are not proven by words. They are proven by behavior. Ethics in relationships and society. Islamic ethics begin with how we treat people. At home, Islam teaches respect, patience, and mercy. Parents are honored not because they are perfect, but because gratitude is a moral duty. In marriage, ethics mean kindness over control, understanding over ego, and responsibility over emotions. With friends and neighbors, Islam teaches balance, support without exploitation, honesty without humiliation. A believer cannot be a source of harm, neither by words nor by actions. Ethics in work, business, and leadership. Islamic ethics do not stop at worship places. They continue in offices, markets, and leadership roles. Honest work is an act of worship. Cheating is not intelligence. Exploitation is not success. In leadership, Islam teaches accountability. Authority is a responsibility, not a privilege. Power does not excuse injustice. It increases responsibility. Ethics in disagreement and conflict. Disagreement is part of human life. Islam does not forbid disagreement, but it forbids disrespect. Ethical disagreement means listening before judging, speaking without insults, defending truth without arrogance. Winning an argument is not victory. Preserving dignity is ethics in the modern digital world. Today, ethics are tested online. Behind screens, people forget responsibility. But Islam does not separate digital life from real life. What you post, share, or comment is part of your character. If it spreads lies, hatred, or humiliation, it is not ethical. Silence is sometimes better than harmful speech. Modern life promotes instant pleasure. Islam promotes self-control. True strength is not doing whatever you want. True strength is controlling your desires. Islamic ethics teach patience, restraint, and discipline. These values protect dignity and mental peace. Ethics and personal transformation. Islamic ethics are not about perfection. They are about progress. You will make mistakes. What matters is self-accountability and growth. Every effort to improve character is an act of worship. Islamic ethics transform faith into action. They turn belief into behavior. Islam does not only create believers, it creates responsible, ethical human beings. And this is the true purpose of character in Islam.